Hello there, welcome to another episode of World of Tanks at Ngani Titan. Well, normal services should be resumed. I think I'm over the worst of my flu. Hopefully I can get through this without too many interruptions from the coughing and the sneezing and whatever. I don't know about the rest of you guys, but whatever it is about recording or possibly public performing in general, but you know, bodily functions that never seem to bother me all day, all of a sudden become an awful lot worse as soon as I sit in front of the microphone. You know, my nose gets itchy when it wouldn't normally be itchy. And if I have a sort of an desire to cough, which wasn't so bad today actually, but it gets worse as soon as you sit in front of the microphone. So we're on Prokhorovka, I'm on the Kraft Panther, and I think the Kraft Panther is kind of a second line support medium. That's my opinion anyway. I don't think the gun is really good. Aim time is a bit slow and the rate of fire is a bit on the low side as well, but it's got very good penetration and it does pretty consistent damage. However, it doesn't take shots well. I mean, it will bounce shots, but it's not something you can rely on. And if you're poking the central line on Prokhorovka, you need a very good turret, or you need to be really fast. And I don't think this tank is either. The turret is good enough or it's fast enough to get away with that kind of activity. So my intention this game was to use it more like a tank destroyer, use the really accurate gun, and decent enough view range. It's not great, but it's not bad. And use it more like a tank destroyer. That said, we're pretty light on the central ridge line. The other place I could have gone for, of course, is the hill where the cap circle is. But I thought that would be a little too crowded and there's a little too much artillery in play for me to feel comfortable about going there. So we get spotted, drive forward into cover, out of the way, managed to track the Tiger and really racking up the assistance damage there with the having the Tiger tracked. So now we're no longer spotted and we can circle back around and make a second attempt to set up into a firing position. We are a little light in the centre. We could do with at least one more tank spotting along the central ridgeline. I think it's a role for kind of heavy tanks or good medium tanks, but you don't have to poke the ridge. You just have to stay alive along the ridgeline to stop the enemies from poking over and make sure they get spotted when they do. Now I'm going to push forward into a very aggressive forward position here because not a lot of tanks have been lit up, so I don't think there are too many tanks in the forward location. For instance, there's nobody in this bush because I'm now in proximity range. So we get in here and still don't spot anybody. Now there is an enemy tank on the central line and it's another Kraft Panther. So I'm going to take the opportunity to put a shot into him, and as soon as I fire I get spotted. However, I didn't actually see too many tanks, so I took the risk of staying in position. But two more tanks lit up, and so I suspect that they fired. They lit up because they fired, and they managed to inflict some damage to me as I'm trying to get away. And I haven't really got any benefit from spotting them, but I didn't actually spot any of them. Maybe I spotted only one of them because there's no assisted damage been racked up. But I would say only the Yak Panther was in a position to actually shoot at any of them, and he's probably just a little bit too far back. And artillery has picked out his position, but the T-25-2 was pushed forward in pursuit of me. So we take him out, and he was spotted by, attacked by other tanks as well. And now I'm going to push forward again, because I know I can get as far as the bush without being spotted. And I have allies pushing up this time, so we might actually get an opportunity to shoot somebody, and there is the other Yak Panther. And he's turning, so we catch him, and I think his gun is out of my firing arc. I believe that I'm safe here from the tank directly to the north of me, that the ridge, the curve of the land is protecting me from him. So I'm going to focus fire on this guy while he's tracked. Now, it looks like he got away, but he's busy actually moving away rather than attempting to shoot me. And the guy in front of me has been taken out by the medium coming up beside me. While all of this was going on, the enemy position around the cap circle has completely collapsed, and our team has broken through. They've decided not to cap, they've gone cleared through, and we're now breaking into the base area on both sides. So we spot one of the artillery, and he's a priority target to get rid of. But there's two more artillery in place, so I don't want to stop in any one location for too long. There's one of the artillery, attempting to save their buddy. he left it too late really to retreat. There's an IS over there, and I can snapshot at him, but I'm not going to stop. Partly because I'm in the opening for the IS, but also there's 2 more artillery, and if this guy gets shot off, he might get lucky. So we've spotted the remaining artillery, but I don't have a clean shot at any of them. There's a Kraft Panther cresting the ridge there, so I'm going to put a round into him to discourage him. And then keep moving, keep some solid cover between myself and the enemy artillery. Although one of them has just been taken out. The Kraft Panther has come back up, so we'll put another round into him. And he's taking a lot of fire now because he's been spotted by me, I think. I'm getting the damn spotting ribbons, or at least I'm getting some of the spotting ribbons. The other Kraft Panther is probably getting some as well. So we advance forward. There's a remaining artillery, and I don't think he's cleared the crest. So the IS has probably been taken out. So there's the remaining artillery. We put a round in, takes out the other Kraft Panther, and we will finish him off. And we peek over the ridgeline, and there's nobody left alive. So the other Kraft Panther left it too late. Spent too much time on the ridgeline and died for his efforts. That leaves just 2 enemy tanks alive, both of them on very low health. There was an obstacle between me and that tiger, so put a round into him and track him, so it's worth putting a second round into the same location. But he's moved on, he's probably had a repair kit still. Thought he was going to keep moving forward there, so I put that shot ahead. He's gone behind the building, so I'm not going to get a shot on him. Put one through the turret. Need to keep advancing though, we're at a very long range and these guys are very low on the ground. And we have tanks closing in from multiple directions, so they're not going to last long. But our artillery's still in position. So somebody took out one of the tigers. There's one remaining, and let's just snap a shot off there, but I think he's just too low. And with an auto aim I would be actually aiming below the crest. I'd be aiming towards the central mass. So I'd be below the crest of the ground, and I don't get a line of sight on him before he gets taken out. So that's it, game over. Easy enough win at the end, but we made 99,000 credits. Now I think some of those credits, there were credit multipliers in those operations, but still we did almost 3.5k combined damage, and we got a first class mastery. So there we have another battle in my ongoing efforts to restore my silver balance. The effort to 3-mark the T25/2 made me pretty much bankrupt, so I want to build up a bank of 10 million silver again, and I will be playing premium tanks for a while. I managed to get the Kaiju as well, and I was playing more or less exclusively Churchill 3 and Hammer for that. Managed to do it in 2 days. More of that later. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Please consider giving it a like and the channel subscription if you haven't already, and I'll catch you again soon.